Caleb's gameplay. He's going to be an interesting scaling this, isn't it? We've seen him be so dominant over everybody. Let's see how he faces up to his biggest challenge. Caleb and Xela, best of 7 up on the screen. The dots all seem to be in line. Clixes here. Commander Dementa, welcome. I saw Mersby's name pop up a minute ago. Welcome to the stream. There's Caleb immediately. Oh my goodness.
Kickoff. First of all, he won the kickoff, and I was like, okay, that's a good start, given, you know, the way it's gone for Xela.
The demo took away my replay there. All I saw was the blank screen from the demo. I actually missed the shot entirely as I was looking through chat trying to say hello to everybody. MCAD, welcome. This looks like a scary sight immediately for Xela. Caleb again with a bit of space and time on the ball. What's Xela got for us in defense? Double flip reset for Caleb. Maybe he didn't get the second one because he just fell to the ground there.
I think he did. I think he realized that he was too far away from the goal to put on a convincing shot.
Xela can't bring this around. Well done by Caleb. Gets in the way in the corner. Xela between him and that flick is high, but Xela's forced to jump. The players racing to the mid boost. Caleb gets it. Not sure what Xela's got left in the tank. A really good controlling touch off the back wall from Caleb, and a good bump from Xela throws him off. You fancy it would have been a goal if he hadn't got a touch on Caleb there. Caleb will take that corner boost as well. Xela's going to be empty. In the air is Caleb. God, he looks scary breezy early.
Yeah, he's just got the pre-flip touches at the moment, the scariest thing I'm seeing out of him.
Xela no boost here. His little pre-flips are just getting himself into the perfect position. He's run out here. Xela, can he counter-attack? He's got no boost. Shoots it on target, but Caleb is back. They will both take boosts. Caleb in the corner. Xela in the mid. Xela with a flip reset available. What a shot from Xela.
What a shot.
Jeez, holding on. Caleb looks very scary, but Xela doing enough here. Beautiful flip reset. We've seen that from him earlier in the tournament as well, where he catches it and then he saves the flip until he's on the ground. He sends it behind his opponent. Well done to Xela.
I think it's just good awareness of the play in general. Like he knows for a fact that he can't score straight off the shot. That Caleb's done so well to get back to that. Xela threw him into his own half.
Jeez, he's fast, isn't he? You saw the recovery there. Beat Xela to this as well. The perfect touch and jump into the wall as well. His recovery was so fast all over the ground there. He scored his second. Doobs, how are you, mate? Welcome. Neon.
I didn't even see what happened in the whole scheme of that. I just seen that he got absolutely yeeted into Xela's half, and then somehow he brought himself back around. Good delay on the musty.
Forces a 50 there. It's all he had on offer after the ball got away from him. Just didn't touch off the ball there. Xela waits down patiently and collects it. He's going to get the boost. Caleb, another annoying little touch. That's a poor touch from Xela, though. He's given the ball to Caleb, who just accelerates the ball straight up into the air. Has he got the flip available? He does. It's a goal. Solstice, how are you, mate? Welcome.
I think this is exactly what it's going to take. That is so consistent with the mechanics.
Xela has his back to the wall early. We haven't said that very often. John Coway, mate, welcome, welcome.
So he's just hoovering up the boost on his way around.
He's super fast, isn't he? Xela's just hanging on for dear life at the moment. Double flip reset for Caleb, but just going straight in.
Yeah, it's just you can just see the small things of stuff like there off the kickoff. He hoovered up the side boost, but he also claimed every single small pad on the way.
You don't make it to the top 5 in OCE at the end of a season in ones without having the full arsenal available. Oh, just giving that away to Xela though. Nearly conceded. Xela takes him out. Can Xela bring it around in time? Which side is Caleb spawned? And I'm getting stuck with the demo screen. Just locked at that for a good 10 seconds. Xela still playing the boost game here. He's got the ball in the midfield. Caleb will get corner. No, he's missed it. Xela going for a bit of mech of his own. I'm not sure what he's got in mind here. That looks like a really awkward setup as the ball goes well high. Xela lands. Can't make it work. Just some kind of pogo there was Caleb. He just out on the mid boost. Xela with a chance. In the back of the net. Only once, Xela. What a save from Caleb. Xela denied again. He should concede here. Caleb, even low on boost, the ball is directly in line as he nose slides in. Tough start for Xela. Struck early.
We knew it would be.
Xela all the way. versus someone who is C2 in ones.
Oh, good touches.
There's no way Xela sits at C2 in ones if he plays it. Caleb just trying to snipe it, can't quite. Xela should score again here. One shot chance, he's missed.
Oh no.
He's missed. This is not the same Xela we've seen over the last few days. He wouldn't have missed that earlier on in the tournament. We haven't seen him make many mistakes at all. Really good recovery. Gets a shot away and Caleb gets in the way this time. Caleb low on boost. Xela's missed out here. Can he get around it before Caleb can get back?
Oh, it's a good fake.
Oh, he's so smart, Caleb, isn't he? He had no boost
He just
there.
knows he just knows he held. He knew he held all the cards. Like he could either go for it or he could make Xela jump. Like the ball and his momentum was carrying him towards the goal.
Nobo, how are you, mate? Drafty, welcome to the stream as well. And Musty from Caleb looks to get a reset as well. Xela meets him there. 6-1, the advantage of Caleb in game number 1 here. Should be a little bit closer. Xela should have scored the open net moments ago. That's 2 or 3 flip resets for Caleb so far. He's going to fall to the ground. Xela, another open net ahead of him. It's a goal. He's found his second. He's avoided the Brazil. The boss, welcome. Oh, you want to offer a promotion on the channel? Ooh, let's go. That sounds tasty. Anyone like a promotion? That's what I'm talking about! Promotions available in chat to those that are interested. I reckon we do it. Let's go.
get the army in here. The army of bottles.
Someone lingering around looking for something there, but Caleb ends up getting it over the top. Bumps him out of the way as well. Pretty decent showing from Xela, I must say. Caleb, he's looking very scary. But he's held his own, Xela. We haven't seen probably the best we've seen of him all tournament long to this point in this particular matchup. Jeez, Caleb looking scary through the midfield there as well. But will Xela warm up to the contest? Will he start to work Caleb out a little bit and find a way to possibly take some games off of him? Xela's going for a car change. We've been talking about this a fair bit.
Oh, this will be the first car change we've seen from Xela though in the entire thing.
Maybe he's putting the cackling car back on. We haven't seen that one tonight. He's had that equipped all tournament long. And he's going to back us over the top of it, perhaps. I'm not sure what we're going to get from it.
Do you reckon it is? Do you reckon it's not even going to be a car change? Do you reckon it's just going to be to piss us off?
Maybe he's just going, tilt's his only option, perhaps. He's thinking, I'm not too sure. Has he been in the Fennec the entire thing? I think he may have been, right?
He has been in. He's not car changed once this entire tournament. Like, actual, car structure changed.
Yeah, not that we've seen. Anyway, we've been hiding behind a backers mod overlay for sure.
So we've seen the Octane.
Interesting.
I believe that Xela originally was an Octane player. He's been using the Fennec a lot recently, but I think he was an Octane player until recently, until this recent Crew Battles chapter.
Interesting. Oh, pogo from Caleb. Does he have a flip? He does. He's into it and he scores. We've seen Xela go for a few pogos throughout this tournament as well. But it is Caleb who is the first one to execute one. Wasn't the best musty, must say. I think if he had have collected the musty the way he was intending to, Xela was probably in the way to save it. Oh, I've got to give Caleb a dot as well. The first of 4 for him, perhaps. I wonder if we'll be dishing out 7. It'll be a long stream if we do.
That was a rough touch though from Caleb.
Xela gets around this. Oh, I thought he'd nearly got Caleb back into the game there. He had no power on the shot from Xela. He was confident that Caleb wasn't going to be there.
Mind checking the ping. There shouldn't be any ping issues.
Ping. It looks like Caleb did jump around a little bit there. He's jumping up and down a little bit, not sure.
Funnily enough, Caleb is not the one I'm worried about for ping.
Who were you looking at in particular there, Neon? Caleb doesn't throw the ball away at all there. Xela just challenges straight away. Caleb will cover over the top of his own net though, into safety. Touch off the ceiling. What's he got here? His clip has elapsed. Let Xela back in with a chance there, and Xela just goes flying past the ball. He won't be happy with the way he's made a couple of mistakes here, Xela. A couple of important ones at critical times. In game number 1, we saw him miss that open net that would have brought him back within a couple of goals. That one there. It's a pretty ordinary one by his standards as well. Race to the corner boost. It's Caleb's. The mid is gone as well. Xela's going to have to recover over pads against an aerial. Caleb looks for dunk. Xela can't affect a touch at all. Caleb will score his third.
Scary consistency, isn't it?
Yeah, he does seem a little bit afraid of Caleb. I agree with him, Neon. Seems like the occasion's getting to him a little bit. Perhaps not as much on the line for him here as there was. He probably feels a little bit that the tournament has been won by him. This probably feels a little bit more like a show match than it does a tournament match. I think
what a musty.
Proved his point so far in this event. You want to see Fantasy take this guy salts? I did talk to Fantasy about Caleb.
But I've seen Fantasy play once, and I actually have my doubts. I think this guy is a little bit too scary.
Yeah, Fantasy told me that he would win probably 1 out of 10 games against Caleb if he was playing at his best. And that sounds about right.
This is looking very scary here.
He does not make a lot of mistakes. His execution is so on point, isn't it? Does not make any mistakes in front of goal. It just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, even Xela said my brain. This is like we expected Xela to play at a 3. He's played at an 8, and everybody else has played at a 7 at best, and this guy's on an 11.
Just landing flip resets for fun through the midfield there, Caleb. Xela looking to build an attack of his own. He's already found himself 4 goals behind here. This is going to be a tough series for him, the way this is developing. What was he hoping for with the Octane car change here? Was he hoping for more speed?
I think he was hoping for more comfort. I think, like, I know he's been using the Fennec and he's been playing well in the Fennec for the entire tournament. But like I said, I think he has spent most time in the Octane as a player, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, doesn't seem to be too much of a challenge for Caleb at the moment. Ooh, gee, pre-flips into the save off of his own crossbar. Couldn't have nailed that any better. And gets a shot on target as well and forces Xela all the way into his back corner. He's pulling out tricks that I have not seen before.
Xela just seems to be using up all of his boost, doesn't he, just to affect a touch.
Yes. Will that spawn for Caleb? It doesn't. It takes. Ooh, he's about to take to the air regardless. Xela challenges him early. That ball's going to bounce in front of Xela's net. Surely this is a goal for Xela. It is. Well done to Xela. Caleb does get there. Gets a touch, but only into his post and in the back of his net.
Yeah, it was a good play from Xela. He knew he had him. He knew he had him on the ropes. He just had to keep his composure because Caleb was still there. If he didn't get a convincing 50, I think that's a mistake. Actually, it is.
It's probably the first real mistake we've seen from Caleb. Xela walks that one in. He did walk it into the post. I'm pretty sure.
I've seen Xela made that play before as well. I think he got Jacko with it or Wolftick with it, where he looked like he was going to go into his corner and then faked and let the ball just ping off his backboard.
He's found a way back into this contest. I feel like we've said since this matchup started, we probably haven't seen the same Xela that we saw really fight through the full tilt gauntlet. He's made a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes, and possibly if he does clean those up, he may be within a chance to take a game off Caleb here. If he catches him off guard. Caleb on 0 boost. Again, with perfect execution, catches the ball and flicks it over the top of the challenging Xela. Xela would have known Caleb had none here. Turns and challenges immediately. Caleb saw it coming a mile away and catches Xela out.
It's the worrying thing when a player that good with that controlled has control of the ball. Because you just know that as soon as you encroach on them, that the flick's going to come out. It's like a Nexto type thing, isn't it? Like, as soon as you see the balls on the hood, you know a flick is available to them at all times.
Yeah, I get nightmares about that Nexto body catches me out every single time. Oh my goodness! What a shot from Caleb from nowhere. Was that a wave dash pop off the wall there?
I think it was. It was a wave dash pop.
It was just a jump.
It's what happens when you double jump off the corner there. It just it turns itself into a wave dash if you forward flip.
That is interesting. Catches everybody out. He's challenging early here, so he's immediately the Xela's going to go up, but it's a good 54 Xela. The ball hasn't bounced favourably for him though. Caleb will be able to clear it out. As good as Xela has been in game number 2 here, he still trails by 5, and that's not the best challenge here. That's just going to go straight in. Caleb looking rather untroubled through large periods of this matchup, Breezy.
Yeah, it looks extremely strong. Xela has been able to capitalise on a few of his mistakes, but by and large, when he's got the ball, he's looking extremely scary.
Xela with a chance. Goes low, catches him out.
Sometimes the worst shots are the best shots. I've just got to say
it. It looked like one of my perspective shots. As he belly flopped into the ball and it goes lower when it goes in. Xela's found his 4th. Counter-attack available for Caleb. Xela probably looking for a better touch than that. Just hits it straight back into the line of Caleb, who has the mid-boost available as well. And the early challenge from Xela is beaten out by Caleb once again. Finds his way to the ceiling and uses the flip immediately to send it into the bottom corner of the net. Caleb is one of the real levels of SSL, the actual SSL levels where you reach top 3 or 4 in Oceania in ones at the end of last season. I think he was actually 3rd.
Oh, it's vile. Just nothing you can do on the backboard there. Just reset.
Double reset
into Musty. Clean as you like.
Yeah, I think he finished from memory at 2079 MMR in 2s as well. So he is a very scary player, and from what I understand, he is a genuine pro of the game.
He is a pro. He's a professional. I think he's on a team. I think everyone has said. From what I've heard, everyone has said that he's on a professional team. Like you say, there's SSL for you guys, which is a great achievement, but then there's another level of SSL, which is Pro SSL, which has its own little tier that doesn't really exist.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it before. Xela, straight after conceding the double flip reset, Musty went for one of his own, nearly nailed it as well, but Caleb walks away with game number 2. I'll quickly look at him at DMs.
There you go. He's in a top 8 team.
Top 8 team.
Yes. I'm guessing that's top 8 in OCE. I'm going to hazard again, not the world, but you know, still.
He's pinging as well. He's 88 flashing ping here. Caleb doesn't seem to be troubling him too much in general play.
No, there'll be no whinging from Caleb in this event. You just go, yeah, it happens sometimes. I'll be right.
You're saying the ping is normal. Okay, that's interesting. Gee, he must absolutely tear it up in a LAN. We'll go to spectate. There's no way I want to take to the field for this one, Breezy. I do not want to press the wrong button this time.
Auto. Wait, no.
No, thank you. Make sure I'm on Caleb's team if I do. Xela with a shot. It's high. Good opportunity for Xela. Of all the kickoff domination he's had throughout the tournament, you feel like Caleb has been his equal here, if not his superior. And that is such a good shot. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he? We really are seeing the difference. 2v1 after this, yeah, we get Breezy in there. I think that would actually be interesting, to be honest. It would be tough for Caleb, but...
I think it would be. I think we could make life tough for him, but I think it'd still be a case of one of those, if he gets the ball on his own, it'd be very hard to stop him.
Yeah, once he takes to the air, his execution is so good. He's able to find the top corners with such speed. If he does have the space, like you say, it would be an interesting thing to watch. Like you say, you probably should get the win, but it wouldn't be going down without a fight, I don't think, Caleb. Xela strikes back early here, though. Good shot from him. Finds top corner. Away from the defending Caleb. He's walked away from his own net there. Has Xela. Will he get back? It's a pretty weak shot from Caleb, but he gets there in time. Finds his second.
Just that next level of planning here, where he realizes that if he hits the ball lightly and follows with another touch, he'll actually be able to score that, as opposed to someone trying to shoot it first time. It would have been saved, I would have thought.
Yes, a little bit of desperation from Xela, you think, going for that mid boost. He probably feels that if he doesn't have 100 boost at all times, he's probably going to struggle on any given play. Well, got a shot from Caleb again. You wouldn't have seen him go for that mid boost, I don't think, against the other opposition he has faced so far in this tournament. Bit of Caleb factor coming in, perhaps. A good kick-off for Xela this time. Collects the boost. Caleb will retreat. What has Xela got for us here? Whenever he goes into the air off these touches, Caleb usually challenges him really early. I don't know what Xela's going for there. I'm sure that wasn't exactly what he had planned when he first touched the ball. He will go for the mid-boost. Caleb's going to get space and time again. We see the pinch. It's a goal! What a pinch from Caleb!
See, the cocks are on full display.
Mate, we have seen so many people on stream attempt all of this stuff, but nobody has been as clean as Caleb. He is executing every single one of these things that he goes for.
Emotional damage!
The pinch straight into the back of the net. There's no answer from Xela. He was nowhere near saving that. Flick on target from Caleb, and yeet! Xela out of the way. And he's got 5, just over a minute gone in game number 3.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's nice to see him go for something normal as well. Just say he has it in the locker as well. You've got all the tricks in the book.
Just being near the ball is throwing Xela off here. You see Xela miss another one that he would have otherwise got. He goes for the read off the back wall, realizes Caleb's there, and freaks out. Caleb just stands strong and scores his 6th. Does Caleb
Yeah, it definitely affects your mental, doesn't it? When you know, not when someone's necessarily been there, but when you know that if you don't do something, they're gonna take full advantage.
Flip reset available for Caleb. Wave dashes and scores. What does he do with this from here? It looks like Xela might be a little bit deflated in this particular matchup so far. He's not moving with much purpose at all. Does Caleb just get a lead and then go for some freestyle stuff? Does he just keep pushing along on his merry way? Let's see what we get for him. There's still 3.5 minutes left in this game. He's Braziled him already. Looks like he's going for some tricks. Flip available. Pogo. Oh, you didn't mean to get that touch though. He wave dashes into position and just shoots it over the top of Xela. The Pogo was an interesting choice, but he wasn't expecting that last touch. Just uses the reset he still had for the wave dash. And Xela has no answer for that. You feel for Xela a little bit here because he has been the big player in this tournament. It has been all about Xela to this point. It has been so entertaining to watch as he rose all the way from the prospect group, took down all of the elite to this point. But Caleb is scary.
It's just a skill jump, isn't it? Like we've seen Xela play his heart out on some of those games. Actually, 3-0ing and 3-1ing some of the best 1v1 players we've ever had in the Discord, and then you see another level where Xela actually gets. Oh, he's not yet, but it looks like he could potentially get 4-0'd.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether Xela will even want to play. Oh my goodness, he's just so good. Xela actually was in Twitch chat only moments ago saying, I don't want to be here. This could very well be the last game that we see between these two. Xela saying, can I FF after this game? Yes, of course he can. We're not just going to... Of course he can. Caleb is just absolutely smashing him at the moment. He looked capable early, did Xela. He did make, like we talked about, he made a few uncharacteristic mistakes early that were uncharacteristic to the Xela we've seen in this tournament so far. Rizzer and Breezy to 2v1 him. Yeah, alright. Oh, do you want to jump in, Breezy? You play with Xela.
I don't know if it's a little bit. It feels bad.
It does feel bad.
Like it does. It's one of those. It's like I hate 2v1s. Even if it's fair, I just hate like the idea of it. Even if you think it would actually be fairer.
Yeah, Caleb is asking for the 2v1 if you were interested. 3v2, 3v1.
I don't even know if Xela would want it. I think Xela wants out of there. More than he's bothered about. Like it feels bad to be the person receiving the 2v1 as like they need the help. Like it's just that bad feeling.
Me and you, chat is asking for. I would need to rearrange my setup a little bit. I am minimised on Rocket League. It's on the other monitors up. Maybe for the last
I was gonna
match.
say you don't often play online, do you? Like as in play on stream. Sorry.
Nah,
for yourself.
I get about 100 ping and I'm minimized, so I'd need to make some adjustments. But yeah, possibly if Xela wants to walk away, we could play the last game out. Jonk wants to play the last game. We can get Jonk in if he wants to play the last game.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. That's preferable.
Xela says he will do the last game. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Let's go. It's tough. This I mentioned it before. Obviously, it's been the Xela show to this point. I think everyone has enjoyed watching Xela progress through this event. It's been thrilling to see him rise up against all of the opposition, got through the gatekeeper stage and that whole group with ease, and then took down almost every elite with ease as well. Until he ran into Caleb. The match versus Wolfdick was a very good game.
Yeah, that was very entertaining to watch.
Reverse sweep incoming. Rizza and Breezy doing everything to avoid it. Yeah, look, I reckon we would lose. Mostly because I'm terrible at this game.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could stop this guy. Like even with two of us, I don't know if I could. If I'd even had the idea of where to position myself in defense.
Yeah, I would be no help. I would struggle to get a touch, honestly.
Like I'm used to positioning myself for people just doing like your single resets, maybe a double reset, but not like 3 into musty into like just these continuous entourage of advanced mechanics.
So I think Xela took on an interview after this, but I'm not sure what his mindset's like at the moment. Maybe we'll give him some space at the end of this game. He gets,
this is one of those games though where I come off worse when I lose series that's close that I feel like I could have won than when I get smashed by someone who I concede is better than me. Like I come off better in those ones mentally because I'm like I don't see how I could have won that. So you know. Yeah,
that's very true. Yeah, it always feels worse when you know you probably should have beaten someone, but you were just way worse than you usually are. Xela's going to fight this one out. He's going to meet Caleb head-to-head in what should be the last game here. I believe MCAD has got a teammate for the 2v2. If you want Jonk, we could entertain that. This one has only gone for 29 minutes to this point. We've seen 3 full games. Let's see what Xela has in store. He's got the boost advantage here. He's got the corner and he's got mid. Caleb has none and Caleb scores. I don't know, MCAT. We'll see how it goes. Are you guys available? I'm not too sure what Jonk's availability is like and all that sort of stuff. It's difficult for me to organise while streaming, of course. I'm not sure if Xela still wants his interview as well. I'd love to have a little chat with Xela and ask him a few questions. Oh, good bump from Xela.
Yeah, it is a good bump. He's going to get the goal back.
We've seen a lot of these games where Xela does start really well, and he's able to hold Caleb off for a while. I think game 3 was a little bit heartbreaking for him. Caleb ran away with a really early lead, but I just think if Xela holds his nerve, if we saw the same Xela that we saw against Wolfdick and against Jacko the other night,
he's beginning to believe.
I feel like he'd really be in with a chance. Of course, Caleb is an extraordinary player, but Xela, we've been saying it all game long, this one. Xela is not performing probably at that same level that we saw him the other night. Caleb looking for a pogo. Xela's just going to score. He's going to take a little bit of confidence back. I was asking Caleb as well if Caleb knew anybody that was around his rank that would entertain a show match after this. Caleb unfortunately doesn't have enough time to play another full match. I thought that would have been very entertaining to watch. Caleb versus Vample. show match.
Do you know what? I have a feeling, I've heard from a few people, and I have a feeling like that there's a few people that would like your top end pros would actually dust a Vampel in ones, given Vampel's actual like just freestyly nature.
Yeah, I believe so. I've actually watched a Vampel stream a few times where he's just purely grinding ones, and he's getting smoked over and over again. I feel like it's probably one of those things where it's really time sensitive when you queue, right? Especially in Oceania.
Yeah, it's massive. Yeah, it is a lot. Like you said, there is SSL, and then there is a level above SSL that is not not official. Your pros.
Yeah, it's funny because you see I mean, I do watch Vampel videos, and obviously a very gifted mechanical player, but you watch Caleb play as well, and he doesn't seem a hell of a lot different, honestly. He has all the tricks available that a Vampel does from what I've seen. I guess to reach that level, pro level, you've got to have the full arsenal. Oh, good shot from Xela, well done by Caleb. Keeps it out. Slams the ball downfield as well. Xela trailing over the pads. Builds up nearly an entire tank. Will he go ahead of Caleb here? He does, but he pushes it straight down into the line of Caleb. Set on the corner boost, but we've seen boost is really not on Caleb's radar most of the time. How many goals have we seen from Caleb on low boost?
It's just confidence. Confidence in your mechanics means that they can, or confidence in, confidence in your mechanics means you can sit really close to the play and not really be too worried.
Another flip reset for Caleb. It's almost like it's nothing at the moment. He just looks so comfortable. Kickoff advantage to Xela, though. He's matching him in the kickoffs at the moment. Chance to score. Caleb does well, gets in the way. It should be a goal to Caleb as a result. One touch goal to Caleb. Make it two. We'll see Musty's into the ball. Yeah,
Closest game I think we've seen though for 2 minutes 20, even though Caleb probably did give up a goal to a mechanical failure.
That could have gone either way, that one as well. Xela did win that kickoff. Caleb got back just in time to make the save. Flick over the top. Xela. Doesn't seem to be a lot of fake challenges from Xela in this match, Brizzy. He seems to just be challenging everything.
Yeah, I think that I think like you said, that's fear. That's fear that he's got something in the tank at all times. Once you realise that a player can completely outmech you, it can make you worried about leaving them with any time and space.
So we're doing well here, denying possession to Caleb. Going to take the shot. Caleb will be back for this. He does. He saves it out of the corner. Caleb with a bit of space and time on the ball now. There is Xela with a fake challenge. It's going to be an edgeable bump from Caleb. Xela had to go high. There was nothing much he could do. It was a really good setup from Caleb. There was no avoiding that. It wasn't a poor attempt at a save from Xela. He had to be that high to avoid the bump. It's unstoppable when it's set up in that way from Caleb. Xela challenges early on this one. He's going to concede his 6.
Yeah, it's interesting to see when Xela's losing the kickoff because we haven't seen much of it.
Wave dash, both players opting for the wave dash, and Caleb's the first one to the ball. Both of them went wave dash kickoff. They both executed it perfectly. Caleb with a bit of boost going for a hook here, surely. Now he just pops it over the top. Well done to Xela. Stays down, gets in the way and keeps it out. Not sure what Caleb's going for here. He ends up with the boost. Xela just
he even denies him the pads.
He's going to get the mid though. I think Caleb wanted that mid. Didn't quite back up far enough. He's going to get a counter attack here. No, best touch he passes inboard. Xela doesn't turn though. Xela gives him space, and now he's in all sorts of trouble. Really good challenge from Xela, and should score his 4th. And he's kept himself in this one.
Yeah, closest game of them so far.
That's all right. We might we'll grab Xela for an interview. After this, there's a few questions that I'd like answered from Xela. If he has got the attitude for it at the moment. I think it's been really good of him to play this one out. Obviously, was uncomfortable there in game 3. Musty from Caleb. Xela has to dive. It's missed out of the post. Really good of Xela to play this one out. It's been a really tough series for him. Caleb has just been an absolute brute.
DJ, I wonder how old he is. I wonder if he knows what the colour of grass is. Jesus.
Yeah, I really don't know. He's actually been a pleasure to deal with, Caleb. You never know what you're going to get with these high-ranked players. I've never dealt with one as high-ranked as Caleb, but he's been a really nice guy. Nothing's too much trouble. We drop him a question, as it is with some people. Well, Xela's missed out on the boost, unfortunate. Caleb will drop it. Caleb has won this 4-0. GG's. Thank you very much, Caleb, for taking the time to show us how to play the game the right way. He's got 212 ping, and he's still dominating. He is a scary, scary player.